by Parliament stepping in and acting against the individual, there's no way the individual can complain. He's got no recourse outside to a document as he has in America, or to a Supreme Court as he has in America, or to any other means of challenging the will of Parliament.
Colourful ceremonies symbolise the strong traditions of the unwritten British Constitution. The sovereignty of Parliament is its key feature. Parliamentary power grew at the expense of the monarchy, but in modern times the virtual omnipotence of the House of Commons has come to be seen as a danger to liberty.
It's a very remarkable thing that the state thinks it's quite legitimate to step in and tell an Englishman exactly how he should run his own house, despite the adage that an Englishman's house is his castle. The state can tell him how he is to arrange his windows when he's planning the house and building it. It can tell him how much he can charge in rent for the person he has in it as a landlord, and it can tell him whether he can get rid of the person. These are things which crept up on us, which would have been regarded as monstrous tyrannies, I suspect, in the 18th century, but which came by without so much as a whisper of objection. Same case in respect to the trade unions. I mean, extraordinary fact that trade unions, which were regarded as illegal combinations for a very long time indeed, and which then managed to rescue themselves from that extremely unfair position, are now, by Act of Parliament, able to exempt themselves from all sorts of pursuit under the civil law, and are able to exclude people from work by means of the pre-entry closed shop, without the person who is excluded having any remedy whatsoever. That's a very, very extraordinary limitation on people's liberties. But the one thing you couldn't say about it is that it was unconstitutional.
Some critics of modern British government see the solution in constitutional provisions and bills of rights. Others in lessening the spirit of dependence fostered by the welfare state. They hope for the growth of an enterprise culture. The power of government feeds on people's hunger for benefits, which must, of course, be taken from others, because government produces no wealth of its own. John Locke would undoubtedly have been disturbed at the spectacle of political parties seeking power by bribing the electors. The spread of the New Enlightenment has resulted from a widespread realization that one must beware of governments bearing gifts, or as the Americans say, there aren't any free lunches.
Ultimately, democracy and free government of a self-governing people rises and falls upon how well those people make the system work. Constitutions can make matter better or worse for them, and I think ours makes it much better for the American people. But there's a spirit of liberty which has to reside in the people, and without which even the best Constitution simply will not prosper.
The reason why men enter into